What's up, ladies and gents? This is Casey Kid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we're doing our weekly question and answer session. If you've got a question you might like to potentially see me answer next week, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now we're doing a little bit of a Crucible gameplay here, and I just want to say before we get into the questions, this past week has been the most amazing week on my channel thus far. The amount of views, time watched on the channel, subscribers, all absolute record highs for the channel. So thank you very much. It has been beyond amazing. In fact, I'm always just shaking my head, rubbing my eyes saying, is this real? So it has been absolutely amazing. But we've got a couple questions. We need to get into them right away. Starting off, we have Zachary Trousseau. We're given the title question right away. Is Division worth buying? Now, I want to say two things right off the bat. At this point, right now, I do not own the Division. Within a few days, though, I will own a copy of it. The second thing that I want to say is I can never truly tell you what to do with your money because that's your money, and I don't know what your expenses are or anything as far as that goes. And I wouldn't want to say, hey, you've got to buy this, and then you don't have money to buy milk or whatever it is to feed your family or keep a roof over your head. So just those two things going out there. I am going to be purchasing the Division. I'm going to have it within a couple days. For me, I played the beta. I enjoyed the beta. I had a good time with it. Is it ever going to be something that is going to take the place of Destiny for me? Right now, I'm going to say no. But the Division is so brand new. It's only a month old. It's only a month old. It's still a baby as far as games go. And a lot of things are going to change, including what's going to be coming out as far as incursions. So we don't really know what's going to happen in the Division in the future. We don't know how this game is going to stack up as far as longevity goes. But you can't always compare every game to Destiny. You can't compare every game to a game that is taking up thousands of hours of your time. Because every game's not going to be like that. For instance, Uncharted is going to be coming out. I'm definitely going to be buying Uncharted and playing that. And that is only going to be played for a fraction of the time that I've ever played Destiny. So it's more about what you think that you're going to get for your money. Are you going to have a good time in the Division? From everything I've seen, it looks like it is going to be a fun time. Is it going to engross me as much as Destiny? That I don't know because I haven't played it yet, but I did play the beta. I played it for the full weekend whenever it was out. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to enjoy collecting all the different guns. I'm going to enjoy going into the Dark Zone with my buddies. And that might just be enough for me. Even if it doesn't have the staying power of a Destiny, even if it gives me just a little bit of enjoyment, that's enough for me. But it might not be enough for you, so just something to keep in mind. Moving on to question number 2, and you're going to have to forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Majid asked me if I'm going to be streaming in the future. So people that have been around this channel for a long time know that streaming has always been one of my goals. I absolutely want to stream on Twitch. Absolutely. And I've got the tech for it. I've got my microphone already. I've got my AverMedia Live Gamer HD capture card in my computer. Right now I have my PC hooked up to my PlayStation as we're doing this video right now. I've got everything set up. I've got my webcam. I've got a green screen, though the green screen is not actually set up. So I've got all of these different things all set up. But whenever I was just doing some of the tech work on it, I couldn't get the quality that I wanted. My microphone sounded like it was so far away, and I really just need to figure out that little bit of tech with OBS. So right now, it's OBS that's holding me back just a little bit, because, I really need to look into this stuff, and it's like, where is the time in the day? I know I need to just sit down, buckle down, and just get it done. Get one of my videos maybe out ahead of time, and then set myself up with a little bit of free time to be able to really delve into OBS. Right now, that is the one thing that's kind of holding me back. I just want to get all my settings up because whenever I actually do stream on Twitch, I want to make sure that I have a high enough quality that people are going to want to actually stick around and watch. I don't want it to be just utter garbage where people are like, oh, we can't hear you, we can't see anything, we can't notice anything that's going on. I want it to actually be a good quality, just like I like these YouTube videos to be of good quality. Moving on to question number 3, Ojam asked me what my favorite food is. This is so easy for me. Everybody that knows me knows that pizza. It is definitely pizza. That's my favorite food. In fact, happened to go out last night with a buddy, and we went to this place, and I had a pizza, and I had pepperoni and Kalamata olives on it. I love pepperoni and olives on my pizza. Green olives, not black olives. Green olives gives you that extra taste. It's so good. So yeah, pizza is by far my favorite, and if I had to pick my favorite toppings again, it would be a nice pepperoni and green olive pizza. I know some people have probably never tried that because there aren't a lot of places, it seems like, that give green olives on your pizza. You have to really find those hidden gem places that have that on the menu. So if you ever have it and you like green olives and that sounds interesting to you, give it a try. You're not going to be disappointed. Though I will also say that I'm going to be going to Red Lobster in a couple days, and that is definitely one of my guilty pleasure restaurants. I love their crab alfredo and shrimp scampi. You can bet that I'm going to be having that in a couple days. And yeah, they have lobster pizza there, and I think I'm going to be getting that as an appetizer too. So it is going to be a good time. Moving on to our next question, we have Omer asking what my favorite exotic primary weapon is in the game. So this one happens to be a lucky time that he asked this, because it is the Zalo Supercell. So what Jur was just selling is actually my favorite exotic primary weapon in the game. I love it. What I love about the Zalo Supercell is it's basically like a Fatebringer in year 2. Meaning that it does the same stuff that we wanted Fatebringer to do in last generation, as far as being able to mob and take care of enemies in the PvE aspect. Oh yeah, and it has Arc Burn, something that we're missing on pretty much all of our weapons because we don't have primary weapons with a burn on them anymore, and I really love my primary weapons with a burn on them. So the Zalo Supercell is so much fun. You can generate your super extremely quick, you can mob enemies like nobody's business, and you don't even have to reload most of the time whenever you're mobbing, because your ammo just automatically regenerates and refills because of the perks. So Zalo Supercell is definitely my top of the list as far as exotic primaries go. And finally, we have Zeekster asking a pretty in-depth question about Destiny 2. Talking about what some expectations are for Destiny 2, what I think they should keep from Destiny and take away to help make the experience in Destiny 2 a lot better. So starting off, again, Destiny 2 is actually going to be a current gen game. Destiny right now is a last gen game. Again, they are limited by the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in everything that they do. So what I'm hoping for whenever we move into Destiny 2 is more space for things. We should have more vault space because we can't fit everything in the vault right now because of the limitations of the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. We just can't fit stuff like that in. Going along with that, I think you might be able to see custom matchmaking whenever you're in your PvP arenas, because I imagine that some of the coding necessary for that, as far as setting memory aside, is probably another limitation stuck in this generation. Now you would say, well, you know what, they have custom matchmaking in other games that are for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. And yes, that's true, but you also have to remember how much stuff is in Destiny right now. How many different things we have to do. We've got our Crucible, our Strikes, our Raids, we've got our Trials of Osiris, we've got our monthly events like the Iron Banner, we've got Jur coming around. You've just got all these different avenues of things that go on in Destiny that don't go on in other games. So what I want to see is, I want to see that continued diversity whenever we go into Destiny 2, going along with all the different activities you can do, to the weapons that you can equip, and different exotics. They should also take away what they did with the Taken King, as far as being able to develop some characters and develop some story, and bring that into Destiny 2. Now, I don't particularly play Destiny for the story, but I know that it has a really rich story behind it on the Grimoire cards that I have literally never read. And it would be cool if you could actually put that in the game so people could appreciate and experience everything that your writers have taken the time to write behind the scenes. So that's our question and answer session for this week. If you've got a question for next week, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, the Taken King, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Destiny 2 Electric Boogaloo.